What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you're having a fantastic day today, and today we have some new Hobby Masters to take a look at for you all in today's release reaction. I really hope each and every one of you are excited for today's video, and without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started, everybody. So I thought that the best way to do this was to continue to use Easy Toys as they still list them all, so I now will start keeping track of where we leave off. So this one, I'm taking a rough estimate of where we were last time we saw some Hobby Masters, so if there are either some duplicates or a couple we missed, I apologize, but this is approximately where we left off from the last time we took a look at these. So this video will be just Hobby Masters since there's been like 30 or 40 released since. So I really hope all of you are looking forward to this. And without any further delay, let's go ahead and see what we have for all of our military friends today. We're starting off with this 172 scale Air Power Series McDonnell Douglas F4J Phantom 2. This one looks really cool for the Blue Angels. Really nice aircraft, really reasonable price there. So that's certainly a really cool one to start us off right there. It looks very nice. We also have the CF-18 Hornet, and this one looks really cool. Definitely really cool with the no-fly zone, and it has some really cool features on it. Looking good, especially for that price. So definitely a really nice one there as well. Now we're going to follow that up with the Spitfire MKV-3 Mach 3. This one looks really cool for the RAAF. A really nice aircraft right here. I think they did a good job on the livery. So overall, a very good looking offering there on the Spitfire. And that'll also take us into this Bruce G Model 239 Buffalo BW393 aircraft. It was first LT Hands Wind finished Air Force, so quite a unique aircraft. Not too much knowledge on that, but it does seem really cool, so that's certainly a really cool one to see. Also, we'll start from the right and go to the left. That's the best way I can do it without spoiling all of them at once, so that's what we're doing here. Our next aircraft looks like a really good one. This is the F-16C Fighting Falcon for the Toledo Air National Guard Base. I don't know if that's what ANGB stands for, but anyway, it looks really cool with the tail, a really cool feature there, and then the green stripe as well to top it off. Overall, looking good for that particular aircraft, and definitely a really nice one right there, so we love to see that. We're also going to find this Lockheed F-16C, and this one is going to be for the McTire JNGB. So another really cool feature on the tail. That's for September 2020, and then this is August 2023. So some really nice modern releases here for any interested. So looking very good for those right there. This is going to be a F-18C Hornet, and this is the VMFA-323 Def Rattlers, and this is for the NA-401 USS Minties 2021. So another cool one, a bunch of stripes going on there. So definitely some unique liveries today for Hobby Masters. So really liking the effort so far. Yet another really cool one with this A-10C Thunderbolt 2, and this is for the Davis-Monthan Air Force Base in Arizona, Memphis Belly 3. So another really cool looking aircraft. Really sad to hear the news on the A-10 demo team, as this is going to be their final air show season. So definitely cool to still get some models of A-10s though, no matter what the case, what the air shows may be. Okay, next we have this Grumman F4 Wildcat diecast model, UF3 White 11 Scott McChurski, and this is from June of 1942 for the Battle of Midway. Speaking of which, I think I was just at Chicago Midway, and I'm pretty sure that was heavily represented, the Battle of Midway, in the airport near Terminal A. I'm pretty sure that's what that was, so really cool. Somewhere I saw the Battle of Midway somewhere. I think that's where it was, but anyway, really cool to see what we have going on here with that, so that's quite nice. And then we have this aircraft, McCauley Grovik. I'm not exactly sure how that's pronounced, but anyway, it's a MiG-23 here from the 1980s. It looks really cool with that blue and gray kind of scheme going on there. So overall, a really good offering on that aircraft. That looks quite nice. Next, we're going to take a look at this Boeing F-15E Strike Eagle aircraft. This one also looks really good for the USAF. I really like the F-15, want to see some more of them. This one particularly is from 2021 from Nellis Air Force Base, a place I would really like to go in Nevada. They have some elite photography opportunities and backdrops, so we'll see if we get there sometime, but nevertheless, still cool to see their F-15E by Hobbymaster. We're also going to find this one. This time we're heading over to the RAF Lakeheath, England 48th Fighter Wing 70th Anniversary 2022 livery. So a very distinctive livery, probably going to be a very popular one there, so that one looks very good as well. So another really good aircraft. This is a pretty hot Hobby Master set. I'm glad we're back on the track. Not slowing down anytime soon with this U.S. Navy Flying Heroes SM-1012 F-8F Bearcat aircraft. 1946, a really good one. You also get a decal sheet with this offering, so that is super cool, and you can really do some real work with it, whatever you want to do. And then we have number 2 over here. So nice to get a distinctive aircraft if you are looking for that as well. So that's certainly a really quality release right there. Next, we're going to have a F4 once again, Wildcat. This time it's going to be for Sweetie VF-10 USS Enterprise Battle of Santa Cruz, October 1942. Another really good looking aircraft right there. Again, not as knowledgeable on that particular one, but still looks really cool no matter what the case is. Oh, really cool. Here we have this MiG-31 Foxhound A, Russian Air Force. Really cool looking livery. So that's a very nice one to get to see right there. $142 for that particular offering, but bigger aircraft, so it makes sense, and quite a complex livery at that. Here's another F-15. This time it's going to be for the 149th Squadron of Singapore. So another really cool aircraft. Slowing down a little bit, getting back to some more basic liveries. However, this one still looks really good, and I think they're serving a really good purpose. If you're having a military release, you're going to have one normal plane at some point. So still looking good no matter what the case is. Here's an F-18 Hornet with a very cool tail. This is for the RAF Fairfield, and I think that's a fighter on the tail, which is super cool. So that is a very good looking aircraft, RI-AT 2023. So very cool for this aircraft. That's a really great release. Here we have this Northrop F-5 Tiger II, Indonesian Air Force, which is fantastic, for April of 1980. Another cool tail, really good hybrid of a sticker plus the digital livery, so that is a wonderful release. That's quite awesome. Same song, second verse. However, this one is going to be from 1985, so not too many distinctive changes, but we do have some, so really cool to see that right there. Looking great. And now time to advance to our next row, where we're going to find this really cool Northrop T-38 Talon. And this is going to be the Air Force Plant 42 for Palmdale, California from 1984. That is a really cool looking aircraft. I immediately think NASA, but that's not what it is. So still really cool nevertheless, though. These have been really great. Hobbymaster really killed it with these. This one is going to be from 2020. So this is actually the NASA one itself. So I'm not sure if it's advanced from that livery, but nevertheless, certainly some progression there, as they're very similar, but actually got the NASA one this time for Elgin Field. So that is a wonderful release right there. Really cool to see this. This is really nice. How about a neon aircraft? It's going to be the F-16V Yellow Viper Fighting Falcon with decals. It has without weapons and fuel or tanks as well. So very cool to see this one. Certainly the first neon one I've ever seen. A little bit cheaper too, $71 for this aircraft. And I was looking, unfortunately there's a second, so I might as well just go bust it. But this one, the difference here is, this one is the 666 ROCAF, so I guess no decals, but still for $71 seems like a very, very good deal. So that's quite awesome right there. Again, never would expect to see a neon fighter, but that's where we are. So really cool to see both those, and those are definitely going to be very popular offerings. So very cool to see that. Okay, this is still military. Technically, might as well cover it since we're here. This is a postage stamp AFC Royal Air Force soup with cam, is that what it's called? Which is pretty interesting. Looks pretty decent for the price, so that's cool to see. Then we have this B-17, which also actually looks pretty good right here, and won the 155. First time I've seen an aircraft there for the Flying Fortress Yankee Lady Postage. That's a really cool aircraft right there. F-14 Tomcat. This one looks really good for the Tomcaters. Really cool VF-31, very unique livery, so that's really cool with the red and blue. And then another Hobbymaster back here. This time it's going to be for the let's see, Immortals, I think, for England there in 172. So a really good aircraft right there. I think we have one more row on this page, so let's go ahead and see. F-16 Fighting Falcon here for the Scorpion. That's a really cool aircraft. Love that livery right there. Very nice to see that with the JB U-31s. Really cool livery. That's awesome. A little bit more basic, but this is the U.S. Navy Fist of the Fleet F-14A. That's a very cool aircraft. Very nice price tag attached, but a very cool one. A little bit more simple here with this particular Su-30MK as well, flanker, so that one also looks very good. And then we also have this FW190A3, so that one also looks very good there. Very nice aircraft, looks really good. Black 13. Do we have one more row? We might have one more. We do. Wow. Okay, here is a F-14A Hornet Marines Corps Air Station. Very unique here from 2022. It looks really good. We have another row too. Goodness, man. I missed so many of these. Here we have this Tornado IDS Air Defender 2023 44 plus 69 TLG 51. Great looking aircraft. June 2023. The tail is very distinctive, so huge A+ there on the effort. Hobbymaster's really done a good job picking some unique aircraft. And this one's also a really nice sticker on top of a normal livery for this USM Marines AV-8B Harrier 2. Definitely want to get one to see sometime. This one particularly from 2019. Very cool to see these. They're pretty tough to come by in real life, so really cool to see the model form, of course. And we also have this F-16 sort of Fighting Falcon Israel 119 Squadron the Bat. Very cool here for MK117. So that's also quite wonderful right there. And then this is not, wow, another one. Okay, I guess we'll just stop talking about those. Okay, France Mintage 2000. This aircraft looks really cool there with the various fuel tanks that it provides on this aircraft. Looking very good there with another pretty solid livery. A little bit more basic here, but always good to get one of these experimental MiG-15s. This one's from the Kansas Museum. We might have covered this already. I'm sorry if we did. It's been a long time, so it doesn't hurt to reevaluate it, but I remember seeing this one and looking it up in a previous video, so I'm sorry if we've covered this, but it's okay. They're still good releases. We have this MiG-15 as well for North Korea, looking very nice there as well. When they don't do that newsletter, it really throws you off, doesn't it? And the Austrian Air Force F-18 Hornet ARDU. I didn't see the neon ones, though, so there's definitely some new ones here, but there might be a few that we've done already. I don't think we've done this Italian Air Force Tornado, though. This aircraft looks really good right there, so that's certainly a very nice one to see right there. Very cool aircraft. And we also have this USAF. This is Herpa, by the way. This is a F-35A, very limited release, so definitely go get it if you're interested. Very good one, though. U.S. Marines Douglas A4K Skyhawk. This is a really cool one for Diamondbacks, 1993. Very tough to come across these now, so very cool to see it here in this release. This one's, some of these got to be new. This is the France 2000, and this one has a bunch of fuel tanks on it, but a very cool livery, a dragon on the tail even, so definitely getting very into the details with that aircraft. Very nice. Yeah, some of these got to be new. I guess there must have just been a little bit of overlap there, so apologies. Anyway, here we have the Zero Fighter Type 22. Very cool aircraft from Japan, 1943. Very unique, good-looking livery, very basic. This one, very similar concept. However, this time we have the Imperials, so also looking very good for this aircraft as well in the 165. So pretty similar, but definitely some major differences too. Super Servo for the F-100D. Also cool-looking aircraft. Tail and the Zig on the front looks very cool, so that's another good-looking aircraft. And we also have this F4F Platinum, which looks very nice. Platinum, however it's said, I apologize. Looking great on that aircraft as well. Okay, we have made it to, oh yeah, there's 60 per page. Okay, so I apologize. So I'm trying to think the best way to do this. I think what I'll do is advance the page, pause the recording, and then restart it when I get it zoomed in so that we don't cheat any of it. So let me go ahead and do that. Alrighty, everybody, let's keep it moving. So we're on to the next page, and here we go for this F-35B Lightning II, and this is the Vikings Yuma Marines Crops Air Station 2023 Beast Mode. Really cool looking aircraft, nice looking livery for a pretty generic base. So overall, that's looking really good right there. And same song, second verse. However, this time we have the non-beast mode aircraft. So still looks pretty good, fairly similar. So kind of similar to NG, thinking about their slight differences, but a little bit more justified here. So still looking good. Here's the F4F Platinum 2. And this aircraft's the Westfawn 1981 rendition. Kind of cool how they have the red and just very sporadic points. That's certainly really cool. So awesome, get to see that. And we also have this A4K Skyhawk Aggressor aircraft 151095. Really cool digital livery, a bunch of brown on that one. So it's super cool to see from 1985 to 1986. So a very hot start here on the next page. Here we have this SU-30 MKM once again. This one is a really cool tail. I think it might be Malaysia, but I'm not particularly sure. However, it still looks really good, whatever the case may be, and definitely really cool to see that aircraft right there. And our next one's going to be this F-35C Lightning II, and this is the minor coating aircraft. It looks really good from August of 2022. Love that metallic, and overall that's looking really nice right there. So really cool to see that one. And then right here we have this SU-27K C flanker aircraft. This one looks really cool right there. Really awesome. Get to see that. It's a very unique, distinct color scheme. So Hobbymaster continues to knock out these very unique schemes. So that's really cool to see. However, we are going back to the basics with this Jolly Rogers U.S. Navy June 2016 F-18F Super Hornet. Still looks wonderful though, and if you're looking for a pretty basic aircraft, this might be the one for you. So definitely really cool to see that for Johnny Roger right there. Very nice. Okay, next up we have one of these Blue Angels once again. However, this time it's F6 F5 1946 edition. It has decals for number 1 to number 4. So you have 4 really quality options there for whichever number you're looking for. So once again, really cool to see another pretty similar iteration here on this aircraft. And this one has number 2. I like how they do one that's already printed and one you can add decals for. So pretty awesome, especially if you want to represent the whole fleet or an equivalent matrix. So awesome to see that right there. Okay, next we have this Dassault Migraine 3, and this is the French Air Force for France in 1978. Again, good looking plane, relatively basic, but I think the mold on this looks really cool, so that's really nice to see the casting right there. And we also have this Su-30 NKM. This aircraft, very similar to the one that we had down there on the corner, still looks very good. I'm not exactly sure what the difference is. I think it might be because this one is 2019, so looking good for the time frame. Up to our next one, here's a really good looking aircraft. We have to have a picture for it too. We have a MiG Poison 67 FBS 18th FBG Korean War. Really cool looking aircraft for this F-86F. I think the mold turned out really good on this aircraft. Very proportional, nice and defined landing gear, and overall this aircraft looks really nice. So that's certainly really cool to see right there. And a beautiful F-16C Fighting Falcon for Nellis Air Force Base. That is super cool. Has the WA on the tail as well for 2012. They do a great job on these F-16s. It's a really great mold, and if you don't have one, I recommend picking one up so you can experience how cool it is right there. Here's the F-4E Platinum 2, and this is for July 1980. Another really cool digital livery with a little bit of character to it there on the bottom piece of the nose with the red, along with the various other colors that it exhibits. So that's quite a nice aircraft right there. These are also pre-production, I should note. Very cool. Here's the F-16 Fighting Falcon for Doha AB, Qatar Desert Storm 1991. Very cool looking aircraft right here with a really interesting situation behind it. So another great looking F-16. They continue to kill these, so that's absolutely awesome to see right there. Our next aircraft is going to be this RF-101C Voodoo 45th Hukla Dots 1969. Very unique aircraft. I don't think we've ever talked about one of these in a video, but this is certainly a really cool aircraft. Tail's very unique, nose is very unique. Certainly one of the more interesting and distinctive aircraft molds that we've ran into in this video. So that's quite an awesome aircraft. Here's a B-51D Mustang Captain Ted Lines 335FS for FGHA7750 for the item number. Cool looking aircraft. I think it looks really good and a reasonable price as well. So that's quite an awesome release. And here's another really cool aircraft from Bangladam Air Force Base from 1985, similar to that previous one with another really cool mold as well. However, this time it's F4G, so very cool looking aircraft and it looks really good. And here's another F-35A Lightning. This time it's from Elgin Air Force Base in 2018. Cool to get an Elgin plane at long last. One of the most popular Air Force bases out there, so really cool to get a release from there, and that aircraft turned out really well. Got to get some of these F-35s and different ones that don't have capabilities of getting 1-400. However, we do have this F-15E right here from Sherman Johnson Air Force Base in 2018. Gorgeous looking plane, looks really good, and it has a really cool sticker on it as well, so certainly a quality offering right there. Here's the F-22 Raptor from Nellis as well, pretty recent, March 2022. Another very cool aircraft right here. I think it's a sleek looking jet, really cool with the darker gray color. And overall, this aircraft looks awesome, so very cool to get to see this one right here. That's awesomeness. Okay, here's the F-101C Voodoo 92nd TFS 81st TWF Ben Waters and Bent Waters, however it's said, 1964. Yeah, that tail is certainly, we're not seeing much of that at this point, but still really cool to get it here on this F-101 back in 1964. So what a unique looking aircraft right here. Pretty cool. And we also have this F-4E Phantom II for New Jersey, May 1988 rather. Yeah, New Jersey's had quite a background with regards to their Air Force traffic, so it's cool to see that one right there. It looks really good. Okay, next up we have this McDonald's 4FC, and this is going to be F4C rather, and this is going to be the 12th TWF. Another cool aircraft, this time from Thailand. It looks pretty solid, so that one should turn out really well. Quite a few F4s in today's video. Oh, very cool. The Thunderbirds are coming out right here. This is from 2017. Very cool. So we have the RIAT, excuse me, and we have the decals, so I think you can put whatever you want on there, which is super cool. I have not got to see the Thunderbirds yet, so I'm really excited to see them, and it's really cool to see this. I definitely want to get one of these premier aircraft, but I need to look for one that I've seen a little bit more often that's not, you know, a Thunderbird. Obviously change it up a little bit. I do have a postage stamp Blue Angel anyway, but it would be really cool to get like a F-35 or one of those that, you know, is unique, but also, you know, you can attach some monumental value to. So that is currently what I'm going to be on the lookout for. So very cool to see the Blue Angel. Nevertheless, though, these are going to be very popular, and here's number one. I don't know how you wouldn't do number one, so that is a really great release right there, and it's going to be very popular, even it being back to 2017. So Hobbymaster, really good choice right around air show season. That's awesome. P-51D Mustang right here. This is another cool aircraft from China. I think they did a good job on the livery there, and the strike's really cool. So that is certainly a really cool looking aircraft. Another F-22 Raptor. This time it's going to be Spirit of America with the fuel tanks. So really cool. A little bit of yellow and red in there too. Kind of change up the colors a little bit. So adding just enough character. So we'd love to see that. This time we have the F-100D for the Super Sable aircraft here. Looks really good. 1965 on this one. Another unique nose there with the, I think they're trying to represent a mouth there. I'm not exactly sure. However, it looks really good. So that's really cool to see. Good to get some really good aircraft variety. More postage stamps. We have a B-54D Liberator. Really cool aircraft. It was super cool to get inside one of these last year. So it's quite a cool one right there. Go ahead and see that. And we have the McDonnell Douglas F4C Platinum 2. From Thailand once again. I think this time it's 1966, so really cool to see that. So that cuts off towards the end. Again, starting on the left's the only way I can keep it individually by 1, because if I go all the way on the right by 2, it reveals 2 at once. So I hope you all are understanding of why I'm doing it this way. A Boeing F-15 SG Eagle 55th anniversary livery, and they make that very clear on this tail. A very cool aircraft that looks really good. Would love to see one of these sometime. So that's really awesome to see right there. We also have this P-40N Warhawk aircraft for Gerald Johnson, 49th Fighter Group. Gorgeous looking airplane, October 1944. Looks super good, and I think they did a good job on it. So that's certainly awesome to see right there. We also have this F-15A Satellite Killer for September 1985. Really cool looking aircraft. It looks really good, and I think they did a very good job on it. So that's certainly awesome to see right there. We also had this F-102A Delta Dragger 54 1373. Looks really good right here. Case X wings as well. So another very distinctive aircraft, and I think they did a good job on it. So that's awesome to see. Here we have a NASA F-15B. Very cool for Edwards Air Force Base. The air show in 2022. Very cool that they're full on representing that with the AIM-54 missile too. So a very distinctive, very unique aircraft. I think many people are going to be on top of that one. So that's really cool to see. That's another very cool release right there. We have this F-5F Tiger II looking very good here on this particular aircraft. Again, cool to get a hint of red in there to change up the livery a little bit. Another Su-30 this time. It's going to be from August 2019, so a little bit more recent here for Russia. So cool to get some more recent aircraft there too. And a 2016 one to go along with that. However, this time it has gray on blue, which I think looks really good. So that's really cool to see. And it looks like they're both flankers, and the location's a little bit different. And this is a Navy one on the right. So very solid differences there. That's pretty sweet. Here's another one. This time it's going to be for the 2nd Aviation Squadron, and this is from 2005, so throwing it back a little bit. Similar concept, however, and it still looks really good. And another one, this is going to be FU-34 this time, however, with the extension there at the end, which looks pretty sweet. And this is going to be for Ukraine, March 2023, so getting into recent events with that aircraft. Here we have this Navy Goldman F-14A, fantastic aircraft right here from August 1981. I think they did a good job. They do a really good job getting those card designs there on the tail, so that's really cool to see. And here's the very unique aircraft. This is a USN Bats RA-5C aircraft from 1967. Very thin aircraft. Not going to see many of these, so cool to see Hobmaster really getting in on the variety for these particular offerings. Really cool. I think we have 2 rows remaining. Probably. Anyway, we do have a Herpa helicopter here. Pretty cool. SA-316. Pretty expensive, but hey, I'm sure somebody's interested, so that's pretty cool. We also have this one right here for the Austrian Air Force. So that's another cool aircraft. Somebody's going to be interested in that for sure. Here we have a Tornado IDS aircraft here from Germany, 2008. Looks really good. Good to get one of those in the Hobmaster release here. And here's a really good 2015 aircraft. I'm trying to find the name of it. A Eurofighter of sorts, so that's really cool. Another very distinctive tail, and overall it looks really good. A Harrier right here looking very good from March 2006. The tail's super unique. I don't think this is the 8 version. I think this is a different one. Maybe it's that 9 that you see right there, 9A. Different design, but still looks really cool. Nice big canopy. I'm sure it opens and all that, so that's really nice. Another F4 this time with plenty of colors on it, so that's really cool. It's the 50-year livery, it appears, so that's a super cool release. Very nice release from Herpa right here. This is going to be that Tornado livery once again. Very cool to see that one. This must have been a recent paint job, so to see both the companies do it is rather impressive, so that's very cool to get the breakdown right there. In a B2, beautiful here for the Spirit. Somehow I got to see one of these flying over the other day over Tulsa, which is pretty funny. But Spirit of California, white man, super cool. That is an awesome plane. So really awesome to see them getting that one knocked out right there. We have 2 more rows. Let's continue. 1978 here for this F4. Has all the countries on it though this time. So that's a really cool aircraft for St. Louis. This F-16 is coming from Alaska in 2012. It's really cool that Alaska has as big of a presence that they do. So that's another very good looking aircraft right there. Here we go for this F-32 right here. That looks good from 2019. Good looking aircraft, nice and basic, looks good for the Polish Air Force. And we also have this Centennial of Naval Aviation 2011 release right here. Another pretty cool release. So that's another cool one right there. In our last row includes this beautiful Russia 1942 Spitfire of sorts. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but that's a really cool looking aircraft. They did a good job there. We have this one as well, which is slightly different in delivery, but has some distinct features to it from July 1941. Su-57 right here, looking very good for 2011. Quite a nice aircraft right there. And lastly, a Finnish Air Force Future Scheme 172. So even getting into the future releases here with Hobbymaster, was not expecting them to do that. So pretty interesting. So I really hope all of you enjoyed this. Now that we're caught up, what I'll do is just refresh this page, and starting from the Black 7, we will start with the next round next time. So I'll try to do it like once a month or whenever, we have like 30 or 40. There was more than what I'll normally do in this particular video, but of course I want to get caught up to speed, and that's exactly what we did. So I really hope all of you are looking forward to future release reactions, as we'll go back to the airliners next month and see what's going on there. So I really hope all of you are excited for it. It's going to be a blast. I think it's going to be quite wonderful. So with all that being said, everybody, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. My name is Redriveraviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon, as Redriveraviation is signing off.